Are you prepared for that next state of emergency? Weather related. Are you ready for it? A lot of people were, and a lot of people were not. State of emergencies were issued over the weekend in 2 states. And a lot of those people might have lost everything, and they might have lost their lives. So we need to be getting prepared as best we can, whether it's heavy winds or heavy rain. They both can injure, they both can hurt, they both can take everything you own at the blink of an eye. Shreveport mayor has issued a state of emergency for the city following the destruction caused by a severe thunderstorm and an EF1 tornado. The storm, which began in Texas in the late hours of June 15th, crossed into Caddo Parish at roughly 1:30 a.m. on June 16th and left nearly a quarter of a mile of people in SWEPCO's service area without power. So not only are they dealing with the water, the rain, the wind, they're dealing with no power. And we all know how hot it is in Louisiana and Mississippi. Most of the city saw damages after winds measured over 80 miles per hour brought down trees and power lines on many homes, on many cars. And this all was part of the damage in the parish was caused by the EF1 tornado. Following the storm, Shreveport residents have dealt with multiple days of power outages and extreme temperatures and heat advisories with heat index values between 105 and 100. The Red Cross has come in. They've opened up overnight shelter as Shreveport faces another round of storms and another round of heat waves. With trees now on power lines, power being out, trees laying across the road, crews from the solid waste streets and drainage and property standards started work on Friday and Saturday working to clear the streets. They removed more than 200 trees in the right-of-way, at least enough to make it possible for people to get to work. And of course, they're asking residents for their patience as they try to remove all of these things. They even called in contracted tree removal people to come in and help them to try to expedite the situation, but it's going to take a while. They've also opened up cooling centers because remember the heat index between 100 and 105. I can't say I can't imagine it because I did go through it for like a whole week. No air, no water, no nothing. And I wasn't even stocking up things at that point. So I only had a few things. Had to go to the fire department where they were giving out cases of water. But it says that the following cooling center locations are now open to assist citizens who may need a place to cool off. The Morning Star Baptist Church Life Center is offering facilities. This facility is now 24 hours overnight facility. Citizens can use this place to stay overnight, exchange low oxygen tanks, and or plug in oxygen concentrators. And that's what we don't think about when the storm is happening. People who are using oxygen or have medications that have to be stored, refrigerated, those things we need to account when we are preparing and prepping for emergencies like this. Having coolers enough where you can have some for medication, for food, whatever, so your food's not going to waste, or you're going to end up out there trying to cook up all your food so it doesn't go to waste. So here's a list of some of the other places they can find help. It's the Morning Star Baptist Church I just told you about, Galilee Family Life Center, A.B. Palmer Park Community Center, Valencia Park, Southern Hills Park Community Center, Bill Cockrell Park Community Center. And you can most of the times are 8 to 6:30 and maybe 8 to 5. So it says Sparse Camp. They want to remind people that the lights are out. I know they know the lights are out, right? But traffic will be insane because there are no traffic lights. So remember what you learned when you were in school. When the lights are out, the person to the right of you goes before anyone else as you pull up to these stop signs or stoplights rather. They also had lines forming for people trying to fill up on gas, whether they need it for their vehicles or they need it for their generator or whatever they're using around their house. lines were forming. So most gas stations have like a backup power, so you can still pump, but there are some cases where even that goes out and you're not even able to get fuel. So keeping some gas around your home safely and using gas stabilizers if you have to will help aid in that, so you're not having to go back and forth with, you know, gasoline in your car, because that can be dangerous. And please, 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 if you don't have a tarp, get that tarp, because if you have roof damage, you don't want that water getting into your home, because mold will set in. I saw it firsthand when we had that storm, I think 2015 or 16, somewhere around in there in South Carolina, and we had that really bad storm, and people who didn't tarp their homes, even people who did tarp their homes, they might have had multiple holes in their home, or they got washed out because of the 100-year flood that took place. But the mold, it took no time for it to grow because it was so hot outside. So having a tarp is really important, and I just want y'all to be safe. The other state is Jackson. Their mayor has declared a local emergency after severe storm caused damage in several communities across the city of Jackson early Friday morning. So destructive straight line winds between 60 to 90 miles per hour knocked down trees and caused tens of thousands of customers to be without power. So we got two different states, both without power in certain areas. Hopefully they've gotten the majority of those back up since Friday. But y'all, they are working. If that many people are out, it's going to take a while. So we have to do what we have to do for ourselves until they can get to us in a situation like that. So again, things you can do now is to make sure you have water in your home, enough for everyone, a gallon of water a day for everybody in your home. That's just to drink. You need water to cook with, you need water to clean with, you need water to for whatever you need it for. Flushing the toilet is most important too. So you need water for those things. Then you need your shelf stable foods. What does that mean for you? Well, whatever you are eating now, get those things canned. If you're used to eating fresh vegetables, that's awesome. But have some backup vegetables, have some soups, ready to eat meals on the shelf, because you don't have power. And then you don't have water, because most of these places are having boiled water advisories. So, hey, don't drink that tap water. Boil your water first. And I guess some are saying, well, how can I boil my water, but I ain't got no power? Well, having a grill comes in handy for situations like that. So it's best to just go ahead and get you some bottled water, or start now by stocking up on certain waters in containers that may have been previously used. Wash those out, put water in it for your gray waters. That way you only have to worry about the water that you drink and cook with to purchase. If you have money to get a Berkey would be excellent. Has a filter in it, can filtrate that water for you. Make sure that you are getting things that you can just maybe eat right out of the container. If not, get you some paper plates, spoons and forks and bowls and things of that nature, so that you can limit how much you have to wash dishes, because you don't have a lot of water to do so. Do you have medication at home to sustain you in case of an emergency? Because the roads are blocked from the trees. The ambulances can't get through. Fire department can't get through. Do you have what you need medication-wise? First aid kits, things like that can hold something together until somebody can get to you, or you can get to somebody for treatment. So now that you've stacked up and stocked up all of the food that you need, do you have comfort items? Like if you have small children or even teenagers, even yourself, if you got a sweet tooth, do you have something to comfort you? Because it is a stressful time. You want to make sure that everyone stays as calm as they possibly can. Have you created that plan? That is the very first thing you need to do. You need to plan this out. What do I need? Where do I need to store it? You know, and let everybody in the house know where you're storing stuff. So that way, if something happens to you, they know the steps and what to do. Making sure you have power is important, but not everybody can afford those expensive generators. Not even a power station like the ones I show you on my channel that I'm sponsored by, but they're power stations that can help you charge your phone, crock pot, cooking. But if you can't afford a generator, you just can't afford a generator. So make sure you got flashlights, you got batteries for that. You can use the garden stake lights. Bring them in the house after you had them outside charging. You can use those as light at night. So this video is just a little reminder of things that you can do to prepare now instead of when you know the storm is coming and then everybody rushes out. I need bread, I need milk, I need eggs, I need all of those things. You can go ahead and start getting those things now. I really hope this video was helpful and useful. Please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Participation is everything. Remember, I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you could be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites TV.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here